Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Keith from 3-Day RV. This week's video is a DIY video on bathroom stuff, right? And our travel trailer is a 2022 Coachman Freedom Express, and we're very happy with it, but there's a lot of things they really seem to skimp on. And this one is, probably pretty common in a lot of the tow behinds, and it's the bathroom fans. The bathroom fans that they give you, they have that small little tiny fan, I don't know, it's about 4-inch diameter fan, and you got that great big opening, and the fan doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. Well, the one we picked up from Amazon, and no, it's not a $500 fan. Works out really good. We're going to show you how easy it is to install and the features that it has. It's got a light, it's got the rain sensor and all that, and it was 180 bucks. So stick around, we'll show you what we're doing here, and we'll be right back. I was waiting for the GoPro battery to come up. I went into the bathroom and I took these pieces out. I'll hopefully still have that clip to show you, but it only has 4 screws. There's 4 screws that hold this in. 4 of those little square head, and this whole flange comes down and you unplug the switch from it. And that's it on the inside. That's all you have to do to take off. 4 screws, drop it off. So this is not a sponsored video. We picked this up on Amazon. So the appealing part to this is it had a rain sensor, and it also has these LED lights. Because let's face it, RV designers don't put lights over the medicine cabinet or where ladies would want to do their hair and their makeup. So we're going to help them out. It's got a full remote control. It can operate off of temperature. You can manually set speeds. It's got the rain sensor on it. So this is a pretty neat looking fan. We hope it works as good as it looks. And this is the insert. Yes, I already opened the box because I wanted to see it. But this is the part obviously that goes up on the inside. Makes it a little easier to see. So you do have the capability of having the manual control and to manually unlock it or open it and close it, and that's fine. But you'll see that this is a huge fan compared to the stock fans that they give you from the OEMs. The stock fan is probably only 3.5 to 4 inches in diameter, so it's really not much of a fan. This one is supposed to bring air in or out, and it can work off of temperature and a few other things. And one more time, in case I missed it, it's got a rain sensor, so if you're away and the hatch is open and that little sensor gets any water on it, it'll automatically close for you. So that's a huge benefit, right? Huge benefit. And this particular one, it was only available with this dark cover on it. We're okay with that. I think the light blue or the clear one would have been better, but it was not in stock. Again, that's okay with us. We'll still make it work. So things that you'll need. Comes with all the screws and the hardware. And for the life of me, I don't know why they didn't put this down, but you do want to put some form of seal tape around this flange before you screw it on. And the reason being, it gives you, the roofs have a little bit of a curve to them, right? Up on your roof, it's curved. And this is flat. So this will, I think it has the potential for rain to get in if you don't use the butyl tape. Sorry about that noise. But this is what the tape looks like. It's just a gray tape, and it's a little sticky, and basically you'll go around and you'll line this butyl tape up, and it forms like a gasket, and as you pass your screws through it sandwiches between this flange and the roof to give you a watertight seal, and then you go over it with Dicor or your favorite sealant on the roof and seal it all up. So we're going to get busy and start scraping on the old product, the old Dicor, so we can get at the screws and take this apart. But I wanted to show you what we had before we got too deep into this. Okay, so this is the toughest part of this job, is to dig down through the sealant, get all this stuff loosened up, get to the screws, get it unscrewed, and get this unit pried up out of here. It's just a messy thing. It's more of an inconvenience. And then when you do finally get everything stripped down, get all the old glue kind of script. You want to make sure you're not using something that's sharp that will dig into your roof. I got these, I can't remember if it was Home Depot or can't remember where I was at. They were $1 a piece, so little plastic scrapers. You just don't want to dig into the roof and damage your roof. You just want to kind of scrape. You see, this does a good job of getting just under that sealant, see? So that's what we want to do with that. Nice. So once you got all the screws off, and I kind of went around it with a screwdriver and kind of lightly started lifting up on this flange, you'll see the old sealant come loose. And it sticks to everything. I mean, it's sticky. But it should be. You want it to seal. This is some pretty good caulk that they use from the factory to seal that up. Okay, a half hour later, we got all the sticky stuff cleaned up. It's wiped down. Got a little alcohol. I'm going to go around that. Maybe take a swig. I don't know, but we're going to get this clean so that the new sealant, I'm going to run a heavy bead of sealant around this, and we're going to drop the new fan in. Sounds easy, but let's see. Okay, so I probably went a little bit overboard, but I got a big bead of caulk around here. I'm using marine grade sunproof, and then I've got this butyl tape on here. So let's drop it on and see how this goes. So just so I don't make a mistake, I set it up here with the hinge. See a little hinge on there. So when I flip this over and set it down, the hinges to the front. So let's see how lucky we get here. Yeah, I think I got you sitting in a good spot. Let me get these wires. So I'm glad I looked, because I need to move forward just a little bit. Just a little. Following the existing lines, it's pretty straight, but just a little bit forward and we'll be in a good spot. Well, that didn't turn out too bad. I got my first layer of Dicor on here. I'm going to let that harden up for about 3 weeks. And I'll wipe that down with some cleaner, and then maybe hit that again, overlapping it much wider. But it's going to rain in a couple days, and I wanted it to set up before the rain got here, which will be, today's Sunday. We're supposed to have 5 days of rain. So we came in from the outside finally. Man, it's hot out there. We had to turn the air on. That's a cool upgrade if you don't have one. That Easy Touch, fantastic one. So we got it in, the outside's all sealed and screwed down, everything's proper out there. So I just did some quick connectors. I'm not a huge fan of these, but for this application where there's not a lot of energy flowing, these will probably be okay as long as they're stripped back far enough. So anyway, the first cycle, you're supposed to hit the auto button. There it is right there. Alright, that is working good. Now I'm going to go get the remote control and see that that works. So you can turn this so so it flips air on and, you know, in or out. So cool, we'll check that out. So it comes with this little remote control. As you can see, got on off. You can change the air coming in or the air leaving the bathroom. Just want to open it or close it. And you got different speeds of the fan. And then if you want it to activate by temperature, and then there's a rain sensor on it. So it's got a handy dandy bracket that you mount to the wall wherever you want. We might use the command tape on here instead of putting screws in the wall. And looks like it takes 3 AAA batteries, and I got some cheap batteries from Harbor Freight, not a sponsor. Alright, so it lit up, and now I guess we just go see, does the remote work? I think you got to put the unit in automatic for the remote to actually control it. So it's telling me that it's closed. Okay, so auto works. So the remote, it takes care of business on its own. Isn't that cool? So it's got speeds. Right there's a 100%. Wow. I don't know if a microphone does that justice, but man, that thing's moving some air. Be very careful trimming this plastic ring. It's made from ABS, so it's kind of tough. Be very careful. And so I got the remote in my hand. I'm gonna try the light first. I don't know if the light's gonna work or not. So I push the on off, and that's what happens there. It just takes off. Fan's running at 40% speed. That's running at, looks like 40. So here's 100% speed. There we go. Hit the right button, it works every time. There's 100% speed, and I'm here to tell you that is moving a ton of air. Now if there's a lot of stuff going on downstairs, having this fan that moves a lot of air, that's not a bad thing. So this automated fan, it's got some cool features. It's got a rain sensor right here. So if you are away and you forget to close this, which I think I've done 1 or 2 times, if a raindrop hits this sensor, a few raindrops, this sensor will sense the water and it will shut this fan down and close it off. But this fan's got some cool automatic features. You don't want it to go that fast, but you want to have a little draw. Listen to that thing running. We're running at 20%. Right here's 50. There's 50% speed. Listen how quiet that is. But it's got a really cool light on the inside. It can control on temperature, so you can set a range. If it gets so warm in there, this thing will automatically come on. I think it might even ramp up to handle the load, but let's just say you're in the shower. You turn the shower on, you start doing your business. This thing will sense that heat and it will speed up, and that's kind of cool. You can also turn this fan around backwards so it pulls air into the vehicle right inside the trailer, so it'll pull cool air in there, which would be nice. So yeah, this has got a lot of cool features, and for the money, it was $170. I would imagine if you catch this on a flash sale, you know, might be 10-20% more. But it's a really good fan for the money. 170 bucks. It's got a remote control light, a rain sensor. It runs off of temperature. You can manually control the speed or the lid or the direction of the airflow. This is really hard to beat for $170. This is a real good deal. So anyway. Well, yeah, that is a bright light. That definitely solved our issue of not having enough light in this bathroom. I mean, that could potentially be a little too much. But any ladies out there that
Boy, that light really makes my hair look white, doesn't it? Wow. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. And it could be time for a victory beer. So yeah, it worked out pretty good from Amazon. We'll put a link in the description. We're not affiliated with this company, but we try to bring good products to light so that people can check it out for themselves. But I think it's going to work out for quite a few people, actually. All right. Well, that's it. If you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. And thanks for joining, and we'll try to bring more content like this to you. Hopefully you found it useful. Thanks from Michigan. Have a good one.